welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a fancy fold idea for you. Say idea. It's not really it's not a stand-up card, but it is a lovely way to present a little like gift card or something really cute, little pocket. You could put this on the front of a card. I haven't. It's completely flat. And this one uses the Masterfully Made paper and Love For You dies, but I'm going to use the Merry and Bright stamp set today and the Coordinating Designer Series paper because as you watch this, I am at a Stampin' Up team event sharing loads of inspiration with this suite. So if you haven't seen it already, it's in the September to December catalogue, and it's the very first suite that you come across. It's so bold and so bright and so much fun. The stamp set's quite festive in its imagery, but actually the Designer Series paper you can use for loads of different things. You will have seen last Wednesday, look at the 20th, a card using the paper that I have somewhere handy, there it is, using the paper for a birthday card. So I've just dropped a load of stuff on the floor. Always the way, messy in my craft room. So yeah, using the paper for a birthday card. So we're going to use it for something Christmassy today. But yeah, it's because we've got a more festive print, but not all the prints in the pack are really Christmassy. That's what I'm trying to say. I have also got 3 ink colours. Do not take notice of the sticker colour. I've got Granny Apple Green, Crushed Curry and Poppy Parade. I have got some slightly sun-bleached ink pads, but the actual inks still work just as well. So, and I have the iridescent ribbon, which is part of the suite, and a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock. So let's do this thing first. So the piece of Poppy Parade measures 10.5 centimetres by 14.8, and the piece of Designer Series paper is 30 centimetres, so I've chopped a little bit off, teeny little bit off the edge, by 14.3. So it's going to sit nicely with that like traditional gap around, like I would on any other card. But we need to score this. So I've got my trimmer, 2 blades on your trimmer. The dark grey blade is for cutting. We're going to stick that right at the top, and we're going to use this pale grey one. And we're going to score it twice, like straight up, straight down, to create a fold. So we're going to go at 10 centimetres from both edges. Because it's a 30 centimetre piece, you could, if you put your trimmer arm out and do one at 10 and one at 20, but it's just easier for me to just turn it around. And then we're going to put that grey blade down to the bottom, and we're going to take our cutting blade, and we're going to cut some triangles. So this panel here is going to be on the inside. This has got a fabulous stripe, so I'm actually going to do it that way. So yeah, it's got a fabulous stripe on it. Let's see which way around. It's easier to see. Doesn't really matter. But we're going to cut some triangles. So to do that, it's really simple. We're going to insert it into our trimmer. We're going to line up the score line we made at the very top, and then not quite big enough. At the other end, so you've got in the groove where your blade goes, you've got the score mark at the top and the corner at the bottom, so it's on an angle. And then we're just going to scoop that down. And I've now bent that, but that's okay. It'll be fine. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So score mark at the top, and I'm sure it's come off the bottom. For goodness sake, this is one of those things that you need to be precise, and sometimes you can't stop the jumps around, or it does for me anyway, just because I'm quite clumsy and things tend to move and wobble. So there we have, and you've still got pieces you know, there's perfectly used book designer scissors paper there, so I'm going to keep hold of those. They're not going in the bin. Then we've got a kind of triangle with the top cut off. We're going to fold 1, 2, and then you've got a kind of wrap round design on the front, which I thought was very cute. So I'm going to just burnish that with my bone folder, just so they stick nicely, and that forms our pocket. So we are going to just use a little bit of glue just along the bottom, and I'm going to use tape runner because it's quick and easy. That is off the edge. Can you see? I've pulled it. And now there is tape on my paper, but that's okay. We'll sort that in a minute. Because I need it quite thin, because I don't want to eat up too much space for my insert panel. This piece can be a bit different because it's just the other bit of designer scissors paper. And then, so I've got, you can see I've got adhesive on my cardstock. What I'm going to do is rub on it, and it will rub away. This is super handy when you put your glue in, your tape runner in the wrong place, and it will just ball up, and you can pick it off and put it in the bin. How cool is that? I love that. I love that tip. Use it all the time. Use it if I'm like sticking things down to my paper, like if I'm using a mask or something and I don't want things to move around. I'll still use a bit of tape runner. I'll stick my cardstock onto my with paper. I'll take some of the tack off, and then when I pull it off, I can just rub away the glue. Super handy. So let's use our tape runner again and just adhere that pocket onto our card, like so. How cute is that? And then we've got our little tag to make. Now, I have gone ahead and done a couple of steps already. The dies I've used to create the little hole are from the Something Fancy dies. And there is a really cute little die that cuts out like a little teardrop shape. So that's the die I've used to create the hole. And what I've done is I have, because on this one, can you see, it's sort of indented a little bit. So before I've stuck everything together, I've got my washi tape and everything, I have ran it through my Big Shot, kind of stuck together, but from the back, so that I can then, she says, slowly peeling off all of the washi tape, I can then, hopefully, get a piece that has less embossing on it. No, I was wrong. It's got just as much embossing on it, and it's slightly wonky, so it's actually slightly more embossed, but that's fine. It still works. I'm going to add this on with some wet glue, just because, yeah, trying to use the wet glue. Like I said earlier in the week, if you saw my video on Wednesday, if you haven't seen that video yet, go back and have a look at it. We made a really fun card using textured floral, which is absolutely one of my favourite stamp sets at the moment. So there we have our little tag. I'm trying to put the end on there. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that is our little tag that will sit in the middle. So I'm going to pop some ribbon on. I do love this ribbon a lot. It's really pretty. It ties really lovely bows. It is a little bit iridescent, and it colours really well as well. If you've got some Stampin' Blends, you can colour this ribbon because it's white. And it colours up really nicely. This is how I store, I think this is a Patty Bennett tip actually. I have got a load of little mini binder clips from either Stampin' Up or just random packs of, well, you know when you buy like drawing pins and it comes with staples and paper clips and binder clips and all sorts. So this one's got a little smiley face on it, which is very cute. And I'm just using that to tag, like stop the end of the ribbon so it doesn't unroll. So this is one of those ribbons as well, by the way, that does benefit from being heat sealed at the edges. it does have a tendency to fray a little bit. So I would, and I will, before I share this project at the weekend, take a lighter to this just to burn the edges and stop it from fraying. You can see already. Oh, are you going to focus? Are you going to focus? That it started to fray. But that's fine. So now all we need, so on this one I've put a little bit for you on the front. This one I'm not going to put anything on the front, I don't think, but I'm going to stamp on this panel. So let's have a little look. I want the holly jolly and the little star, and oh goodness me, throwing things around my desk. So we're going to take Poppy Parade for our little sentiment. I'm going to pop that down at the bottom. I think this ink pad needs a re-ink. It does. Oh dear, never mind. It'll be fine. And then I'm going to take crushed curry and that star. And we're going to do 2 down at the bottom and 1 up at the top. I'm going to clean that ink pad off. Oh, and lose the stamp at the same time. There we go. I'm going to do exactly the same with a bit of Granny Apple Green. So 1. I'm going to put 2 green ones up at the top. So we've got a little bit of decor on there. I'm just thinking whether, so that'll then sit straight in there, like that. And then, do we need something on the front? I feel like we do need something. What is the question? How about, this is where my thinking head comes in. We do Merry Christmas on the front. So, let's just move this out of the way. I need a scrap. I'm sure I've got some basic weight somewhere. Oh, that's the perfect scrap for a sentiment, isn't it? And I'm going to go for the Christmas and the word merry. So we're going to stamp these in Granny Apple Green and crushed curry because there's enough of the Poppy Parade on this card already. So there's Christmas in the green. And then we're going to go with merry. And then there are not dies that cut out these words, just as a word of warning. They do require some fussy cutting. However, they are the simplest thing to fussy cut because they're rectangles. So, and I tend to leave a white border around as well, just because I like the look. I think I've got one project made so far that I have cut right on the edge of the, on the colour. But I really like it when there's a white border. I just think it looks... The white border helps my brain to sort of see it as finished. I don't know why that is. I think it's probably because I've been die cutting for so long with dies that leave a white edge. We have got some, I don't know if we've got any at the minute actually, dies that kind of cut right on the colour, and I'm like, my brain doesn't cope with it at all. So we've got Merry Christmas. I feel like it still needs something else on there, but we're getting there. So I'm going to take some mini dimensionals and add a couple of mini dimensionals to Merry and a trio on the back of the word Christmas because it's just that bit longer. Stop it from bowing in the middle. I mean, how cool, what a cool way to give a gift card. Because gift cards can be really difficult things to gift sometimes. And they're really boring, aren't they? If you just, not a nice... I mean, they're a great present. I love the gift of shopping. But I also like giving them when I've got, you know, I've done something to make it a little bit more special. So, Merry Christmas at a jaunty angle. I feel like an actual lamp might be necessary. Let me just have a look, because I have a load of them I've already made, already die cut, spare. Just to test it. Ah, yes, that's it. There, look. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Right, big dimensionals. 2 of. These, I'm going to have to cut more of these actually, because these are for I'm going to make a garland with them. So they're not stamped, they're literally just die cut with the coordinating dies. But I can cut some more. There we go, look at that, that's better. That's it. And just a bit of sparkle, because why not? Where is my take a pic tool gone? Where is it? Have I thrown it somewhere? Oh, I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to use big rhinestones for this, because why not? It's a bold project. I feel like it can take some bold rhinestones. 2. And 3rd one up there. And that is it. How cute. Get there in the end. That is my fabulous little pocket card idea. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you love this project. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and if you make this project, do share it with me over on Facebook or Instagram. The links to my pages are down below, and I will see you again really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.